Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's talk about a story that's been buzzing around the NFL and could end up being a game changer for the Giants in the upcoming season. Rumors are swirling that the Giants are actively exploring a trade for Jessie Bates, the talented safety from the Atlanta Falcons. And trust me, this isn't just some rumor mill chatter. This is a move that could reshape the Giants' secondary, and by extension, their entire defensive outlook. If it comes to fruition, it's a bold statement that the Giants are serious about bolstering their defense and making a real push in the NFC East, which, let's be honest, has been a bit of a roller coaster lately. So what's the scoop? Insiders report that the Giants are targeting Bates, offering a third-round pick plus a rotational safety in exchange. The idea is to add a proven playmaker to a secondary that's shown flashes but hasn't quite been consistent enough to be feared across the league. Bates, who's just 28 years old, has been making waves since entering the league, and his numbers speak volumes. Last season alone, he tallied 7 interceptions, which is no small feat, especially considering the physical and mental toll that comes with such production. On top of that, he's not just collecting picks. Bates is also a shutdown presence, with 17 pass breakups and a PFF coverage grade of 92.8, which, folks, puts him at the very top among safeties in the league. When you compare that to the Giants' current safety situation, it's clear that Bates could be a transformative addition. Right now, the Giants have been looking for stability back there, and while Deonte Banks has shown promise as a corner, the safety position has been a bit of a patchwork. Bates could bring that elite-level talent that elevates the entire secondary, making it more difficult for opposing quarterbacks to pick apart the Giants' defense. His ability to play deep, disrupt routes, and make game-changing plays is exactly what the Giants need to turn a good defense into a great one. Now let's break down Bates' stats a little more because they're really impressive. He's tallying 90 tackles so far in his career, which shows he's active and willing to support run defense. But what truly stands out are the forced fumbles, 5 in his career, which indicates a knack for creating turnovers at crucial moments. Add to that 5 sacks, which shows he can blitz and bring pressure when needed. And don't forget about his injury last season, a rib injury that caused him to miss 2 games. But even with that setback, he's proven to be durable and consistent when healthy. Bates' career trajectory is solid. Over 110 games, he's accumulated 26 interceptions and 500 tackles. His EPA, expected points added, per target is 27, which is elite. It means he's effectively shutting down the passing game when targeted. Opposing teams have a completion percentage of just 48% when throwing his way, and his deep-range disruption rate is around 90%, making him a true ball hawk. His ability to cover ground, anticipate routes, and make plays on the ball makes him a perfect fit for a Giants team looking to tighten up their secondary and create more turnovers. On the other side, the Falcons are in a bit of a rebuild themselves. They're sitting at 5'8" with a young quarterback in Penix, who has shown some promise with an 89 QBR, but the team is also facing cap constraints. Atlanta is prioritizing their front 7, with plans to allocate around $15 million to bolster the pass rush and run defense, while their secondary has been giving up an average of 29 points per game, not exactly what you want from a playoff contender. So, a trade for Bates makes sense for them too. They could get a decent pick and free up cap space to rebuild more aggressively. Now, for the Giants, the timing is perfect. They've got about $30 million in cap space, which gives them the flexibility to absorb Bates' contract without breaking the bank. Adding Bates to the mix alongside someone like Jevon Holland, who's also been a standout with 4 INTs and a PFF grade of 85.6, could turn the Giants' secondary into one of the league's most formidable units. Imagine a backfield with Bates roaming around, disrupting passes, and creating turnovers. That's exactly what the Giants need to take their defense to the next level. And let's not forget the impact on the team's overall chances. According to recent simulations, acquiring Bates could boost the Giants' Super Bowl odds from +20 to +10, 500. That's an 11% increase, which might not sound like much, but in NFL terms, that's a massive leap. It could be the difference between a wild card run and a genuine NFC East title contender. Plus, Bates has shown he can be a difference maker in the red zone, especially against top-tier WRs like A.J. Brown, where his disruptive presence can turn the tide of a game. Looking at the bigger picture, this move fits perfectly with the Giants' long-term vision. They're building a defense that can compete with the best, and adding a player like Bates, someone with a proven track record, high-level coverage skills, and a knack for making game-changing plays, is exactly the kind of move that can accelerate their rebuild. It's about establishing a culture of dominance, intimidating offenses, and winning those close games that often decide playoff fates. Now, I know some fans might be worried about the cost or the risks involved, but let's be honest, in today's NFL, you've got to swing for the fences if you want to contend. The Giants have been patient, building through the draft and developing their young core, but now is the time to add that extra piece that pushes them over the top. Bates could be that piece. His addition would send a message. The Giants are serious about competing now, and they're willing to make bold moves to do so. So, in summary, if this trade goes through, it could mark a turning point for the Giants. They'd be adding a player who's not only a proven ball hawk, but also someone who can elevate the entire secondary and make life miserable for opposing offenses. It's a move that aligns with their current cap situation, their desire to build a fierce defense, and their championship ambitions. The NFC East is already a tough division, but with Bates in the fold, the Giants could be the team that leaves everyone else playing catch-up. It's exciting to think about the possibilities and how this could reshape the landscape of the NFC East for years to come. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the New York Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news.